Hello everyone, I am here with the second series of great questions on matrices. In this video lecture, we shall discuss few important example on matrices. So let us begin with some simple example. Say first question is, let ABCD be a n by n matrices, each with non-zero determinant, means A, B, C, D are non-singular matrices, and condition given is A, B, C, D is equal to I. Then B inverse is, these are the four choices. Think over this, tell me what will be the answer. So obviously, looking at these options, one can directly reject the fourth option because it says does not necessarily exist. Remember, as A, B, C, D are non singular matrices, so inverse has to exist. So we will directly reject the fourth option. We will go for one of the three, right? That is remaining three, that is A, B, C. So let us see which one is the correct one. So we will start with the given expression, that is A, B, C, D equal to I. As we want B inverse, so we will first try to obtain B. So for this we need to remove the remaining matrices A, C and D. So it can be done in a very easy way, that is first remove D. So we will multiply by D inverse, post multiplication should be there. So D into D inverse is I. So what we have ABC is equal to D inverse. The next C is left. So remove C. For this post multiply by C inverse. So what we have ABCC inverse is equal to D inverse C inverse. Again CC inverse is equal to I. So what is left? AB. Again I want to remove A. So A inverse AB is equal to A inverse D inverse C inverse. Right. So in this way A inverse A is I into B is B. So in this way we get B is equal to A inverse D inverse C inverse. Right. But our aim is to obtain B inverse. So obtain B inverse, taking inverse on both the side of this expression. Right. Now here, how to find out the inverse of such expressions? So here I am going to use the reversal law of inverse. Right. So this I have already mentioned in detail in my video lecture on inverse of a matrix. If you are interested, go through that video lecture. You will find the link in the description box. Right. So what it says, A into B inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. So why it is called reversal? Because the inverse are being taken in a reverse order. It means it starts from the last one. Here you will find B is the second matrix. So first I will take the inverse of the second matrix. Right. So here I am having three matrices. So I will take the inverse of the last, that is third matrix first, then the second one and the first one. Again I am using the law of inverses over here, that is C inverse is nothing but C. That is also you will find in my video lecture on inverse of the matrices. So C inverse is nothing but C. Similarly this comes out to be D and finally A. So what we have, C, D, A. So in this way what we find is that the option number B is the correct option. I hope those who are trying to solve the example might have got the answer before me, right? So congratulations to all of them. Now let us move to the next question, that is product of matrices PQ inverse into P is, right? So here as we are finding the inverse of the product, so wherever we have inverse of the product, we will try to apply the reversal law of inverse. So apply this reversal law of inverse. What you will find? You will find it is Q inverse, P inverse and P as it is. Again P inverse into P is I. So what we have? Q inverse into I, that is Q inverse. So in this way we have obtained the correct option for this question as the option number B again. Now let us move to the next question. For the matrix this, the eigenvalues corresponding to the eigenvector. So far in the previous video lecture, what we have seen that the eigenvalues were given, and so we need to find the eigenvector. For the first time what I am observing that here eigenvectors are given, and based on that I have to find out the eigenvalues. So let us see how to find the eigenvalues. Right. So recall the definition of eigenvector, that is x is a eigenvector which will satisfy this equation, right? So we will just satisfy this equation with this eigenvector and with this matrix. Say I am denoting this matrix by A. So A minus lambda I, that is 4 minus lambda 2 4 minus lambda into this matrix is equal to 0. Just simplify this matrix multiplication and the equation. So you will reach to 101 times 4 minus lambda plus 202 equal to 0. In the same way you can write the next multiplication. So we have arrived to such type of equations. Usually I used to say, whenever you have the type of equations, set of equations, so try to find out its independent nature. So you will find that if I divide by 101 to both the equation, you will get only one equation, and that is 4 minus lambda plus 2 equal to 0. On solving this, you will get directly lambda is 6. Very simple, right? I hope you understood how to find out the value of lambda, that is eigenvalue, when eigenvector is given. Let us move on quickly to the next question. So obviously option number C is the correct choice. Given an orthogonal matrix, what is the value of A into A transpose inverse? So here we want the inverse of A into A transpose. These are the options given. Now what generally the students used to do, they find out A into A transpose and then they start calculating the inverse of this. So I am not going with this because here one special thing is mentioned in this matrix. What is that? The orthogonal matrix, and we know the property of orthogonal matrix, or we can say definition of orthogonal matrix, that is A into A transpose is equal to I. So A into A transpose is I want the inverse of this, so just taking inverse on both the side. So I inverse is I, so what we get is an identity matrix. So obviously that is the third choice in our option. So in this way one can get the answer easily just by using some elementary concept. So I will suggest, before solving the example, go through the question, observe the question carefully. Is there any special thing is given in the matrix? You will find just hopefully the special things about the given examples. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. The matrix S has eigenvalue 5 and 1. What are the eigenvalues of S square? What will you do? Will you find out the eigenvalues of S square directly just by solving characteristic equation? I will not suggest you to go through that, right? So here I am going to use the property of eigenvalue. What is that? That if eigenvalues of A are lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda k, then A raised to m will be lambda 1 raised to m. Just raise the power to each eigenvalues as per the required matrix, right? So here the 5 and 1 are the eigenvalues of S. So obviously as I want eigenvalue of S square, so we will raise power 2 to these two eigenvalues. So that is 1 square, 5 square. So that is nothing but the first choice, okay, option. So in this way one can do it easily. Now the next question is, this is an n tuple non-zero vector. So n tuple means containing n number of elements and they are non-zero. Then n cross n matrix, that is V equal to x into x transpose. Obviously order is mentioned over here. For a matrix has rank 0, has rank 1, is orthogonal, has rank n. By default here the correct choice is visible to you, right? That is correct option is has rank 1. Let us see how it comes. So the order of the matrix X is nothing but n cross 1, whereas x transpose will be 1 cross n. So here we will use the property of rank. So you will find these properties in my video lecture on rank of a matrices. Again you will find it in the description box, right? So what is the rank of, so we have the property that if A is a m cross n matrix of order m by n, then rank of A is less than or equal to the minimum of m by n, m and n, right? Similarly, if we have a product, then that should be less than or equal to minimum of rank of A and rank of B. So here the two matrices are A is nothing but X and B is nothing but X transpose. So the rank of X will be less than or equal to minimum of N1. Obviously minimum of N1 must be 1, and similarly the rank of X transpose is nothing but minimum of 1 and N. So minimum comes out to be 1, right? So therefore rank of both X as well as X transpose is minimum of 1 1, and hence its product comes out to be minimum of 1 and 1. So what should be minimum value? It should be 1. Now one will assume that why not it is 0? Minimum of 1 is nothing but less than or equal to 1, means it may be 0 also. So here you will not find this option because this matrix is a non-zero vector. So at least you will find one row of this product as a non-zero row. Hence the rank should be 1. Okay, I hope this is very much clear to you all. Now let us move to the next one. Eigenvalues, an eigenvector of certain matrix is given. उल्टा है भाई, यहाँ पे मैट्रिक्स नहीं दिया है, आइगन वैल्यूज और आइगन वेक्टर दिया है, राइट? So we have to find out the matrix. For the first time we need to find out the matrix. How will you decide that these are the eigenvectors and eigenvalues of which matrix? It is very easy to find out. See here, eigenvalues are given 8 and 4. What we do, we have the property. What is that? The sum of eigenvalue is sum of diagonal elements. So just take the sum of diagonal elements. 6 plus 6 12, 4 plus 4 8, 4, and here it is 8. But the sum of eigenvalue is what? 12. So that is being satisfied only with the option number A. That's why option A is the correct one, right? So in this way, just by applying simple logic, concepts, properties, one can get the answer easily. Let us move to the next one. The minimum and maximum eigenvalue of this matrix are -2 and 6. What is the other eigenvalue? How many eigenvalues are required for this matrix? As it is 3 by 3 matrix, so we need 3 eigenvalues. Out of them, the 2 are known and third is unknown. How to find this? So I hope you might have got the answer, because we have discussed so many times in my previous video lecture in various questions, that we are going to use what? Sum of eigenvalue of the matrix, that is equal to sum of diagonal elements of the matrix. So just take the sum will come out to be 7, and sum of these two, that comes out to be what? 4. So obviously what will be the third one? That is nothing but 3. So in this way we find option B is the correct one. Now let us have the next one. The equation has no solution, only one solution, non-zero unique solution, and a multiple solution. So here we have to solve this equation. So let us see this, how to see this. So let us multiply. What we find? We have this one. Now as I told you, whenever we have system of equation, try to find out its independent nature. So you will find that it is nothing but one and the same, and that similar equation is x1 minus x2 equal to 0. So we have one independent equation in two variables. So whenever such cases arises, then the nature of solution is always infinite solution. So look for which option mentions the infinite solution. So I think that is the option number D. Instead of infinite solution, what it is mentioned? Multiple solution. So we can use a multiple solution in place of infinite word. Okay, so option number D is the correct one. Now sometimes we may find that there are not multiple choice questions, some fill in the blanks types of questions are also there. So let us see the next one. That is 2 eigenvalues of 3 by 3 matrix is given, and we need to find its determinant, right? So order of matrix is 3 by 3, but only 2 eigenvalues are given, out of which if you observe this carefully, I can write it as 2 plus under root of -1. Under root of -1 is what? I. So what we have, this is 2 plus I, which is imaginary root, complex roots, and there is a property of the complex roots that if it occurs, it always occurs in pair. So what should be its next pair element in the pair? That is nothing but 2 minus I. So as third eigenvalue is missing over here, so that we have found as the 2 minus I. Therefore the three eigenvalues are 2 plus I, 2 minus I, and 3. And once we get the three eigenvalues, I can very well find out the determinant, because we have the property that determinant of a matrix is a product of eigenvalues. So just take the product of eigenvalue, you will get the answer. So therefore 15 is the correct answer for this. So you will write 15 over here in the fill in the blanks. Okay, now next one, the product of eigenvalue of a matrix P is, so we need to find out product of eigenvalues. This is the matrix given now. So just now I told you product of eigenvalue is nothing but determinant, right? So there will be two choices. The first will be to solve the characteristic equation to get the eigenvalues. So I will not recommend to go with that, right? I will recommend you to use the second one, that is nothing but the product of eigenvalues determinant. What is the reason? Because here I am finding two zero elements, and whenever we have zero in certain matrices, so it will be very easy to simplify. So we will go for the next option, that is product of eigenvalue is determinant. Simply quickly find out the determinant of this, you will get it as 2. Hence the correct option is option number B. Now let n be a 3 by 3 matrix with real number entries, and n is such that n square equal to 0. What are the eigenvalues of n? And these are the choices. So what is given? Let us take eigenvalues of n be lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. So obviously according to property just we saw in the previous slides, that eigenvalues of n square will be obtained just by raising that many power. So lambda 1 square, lambda 2 square, lambda 3 square. Then but condition is n square is 0, so each element of matrix must be 0. So what should be its eigenvalues? Obviously when we write it in its characteristic equation, we will find that its eigenvalue comes out to be 0. So therefore lambda 1 square 0, lambda 2 square 0, and lambda 3 square 0, which will ultimately give us lambda 1 0, lambda 2 0, and lambda 3 0. So therefore the correct option is option number A. Now let us have the next important example, that is rank of a matrix is. These are the four choices given. Now how many methods are there to find the ranks? There are two methods. One is reducing the given matrix to upper triangular form and then counting the number of non-zero rows. So I will not recommend you to go with this, because this is a special type of matrix. If you find this, you will find that first and third row are same, and by using the concept of minor, that is determinants of various order. So we will start with determinant of 3 by 3, and as the two rows are same, so we have a property that if in a matrix any two rows are same, then its determinant is 0. So determinant of this matrix will be 0. So we will go for the determinant of lesser order, that is 2 by 2. So take any 2 by 2 determinant over here. Let I take this one. What we find, it as non-zero. So if any one of the determinant of lowest order comes out to be 0, is sufficient to decide the rank of the matrix. For more detail, you can go through the video on rank of the matrices. You will find the link in the description box. So I hope I tried my best to explain the concept very well. Through this set of example, we will look for more example on the matrices in the coming series. Watching the video now.